Hello everyone and welcome back to the lesson. Today we continue with the topic personal financial management. In our last session we defined personal financial management as the process of planning, organizing, directing and controlling one's financial affairs in order to achieve financial goals and financial well-being. Then in that lesson, we studied the financial problems encountered in managing individual financial affairs. We also mentioned that one of the key components of personal financial management is savings and investment. And that will form the basis of our today's lesson. We're going to study savings and investment considerations in personal financial management. So by the end of this lesson, you should be able to outline the considerations regarding savings and investment as far as personal financial management is concerned. And candidates, when it comes to personal financial management, savings and investment considerations are crucial. In other words, that is to say that savings and investments are critical components that contribute to the financial security, and they also contribute to achieving long-term financial goals. So, what are these savings and investment considerations? We begin with savings considerations. What are the savings considerations? What should be considered when dealing with savings in personal financial management? The first point is emergency fund. Emergency fund. It's important to establish an emergency fund when dealing with personal financial management. Individuals should aim for enough in order to cover at least 6 months worth of living expenses. Why? Because this fund acts as a safety net for unexpected expenses or events like job losses. In our last lesson, we identified some of the unexpected expenses under the financial problems that may be incurred in personal financial management. So establishing an emergency fund is critical. All right? And I've said one should have an emergency fund. One should set aside money in an emergency fund enough to cover for at least 6 months expenses, so that when unexpected events occur, the life of an individual is not negatively impacted. That is to say, if you are in salaried employment, then you ought to have an emergency fund which can be able to cater for your needs in an event where you lose the job. Do you understand? At least 3 months, 6 months that will act as a safety net for unexpected expenses. Emergency fund. This is the first saving consideration. Also consider short-term goals. Number 2, short-term goals. Short-term goals. Identify is important for an individual to identify short-term financial goals like buying cars, taking a vacation, or even saving for down payment. Individuals should allocate funds specifically for such objectives. Why? In order to avoid dipping into long-term savings. So it's important that short-term goals are taken care of, not just the long-term goals, because people have short-term needs. You may need to have a car, you may need to have a house, you may need to have, you may need to go on vacation. So when saving, it's important to take into consideration the short-term goals. Do you understand? 3, high interest saving accounts. High interest saving accounts. Consider accounts that offer higher interest rates. Why? In order to maximize growth of your savings. Don't just save in any account. Look for a bank or a financial institution that offers higher interest rates on savings. Do you understand? And there are many service providers in the banking industry. It's important to check all of them and identify the one that offers high interest rates on savings. By so doing, you increase or maximize the growth of your savings. We are discussing savings considerations. Automated savings. Number 4, automated savings. Automated savings. An individual can set up what we call automatic transfers from salary or from bank account to savings accounts in order to ensure consistent savings without relying on willpower. Automated savings. Money should automatically be deducted from your sources of income so that you don't have to rely on willpower in order to save, because candidate saving is not easy. Saving is a sacrifice. So to avoid relying on willpower, then set up automatic savings transfers. So these are 4 savings considerations. There are many other considerations. These are 4. Let's now look at investment considerations. Investment considerations. The first investment consideration is what we refer to as risk tolerance. Risk tolerance. It's important for individuals to assess their risk tolerance before investing. Individuals should consider how comfortable they are with the market fluctuations, how comfortable they are with the potential losses, and so on. And we know younger individuals may generally have a higher risk tolerance due to a longer investment horizon as opposed to the older investors or individuals. When you are young, you have a longer investment horizon. There are many years ahead of you. You can make mistakes. You can invest in riskier projects. But if you are advanced in age, you are 60 years, 70 years, you have a shorter investment horizon. So it's important to consider one's risk tolerance. Also consider diversification. Diversifications. It's important to spread investments across different asset classes You can consider investing in stocks, investing in bonds, investing in real estate, investing in different asset classes. Why? When you diversify in different asset classes, then you mitigate risk. And diversification can help balance out losses in one area with gains in another area. Diversification. Number 3, investment goals. Investment goals. Define your investment goals. Is your investment for retirement? Is your investment for buying a house? Is your investment goal for funding education and so on? So define your investment goals, whether they are for retirement, whether the goal is for buying a car, where the goal is buying a house, or your goal is to fund your education of your children, and so on. Why? Because different goals might require different investment strategies, may require different investment horizons, and so on. So one key investment consideration is having investment goals. Investment goals. Define your investment goals. 4, research and education. Research and education. It's important for an individual to understand the investments that they are considering, whether it's stock or mutual funds or ETFs or real estate. Depending on the investment, it's important to have knowledge about where your money is going. Do some research, get education, get knowledge. Get knowledge. If you want to invest in stocks, get knowledge about stocks. Have knowledge about stocks. If you want to invest in mutual funds, get more information about mutual funds. That is a key investment consideration. Knowledge about your investments. 5, costs and fees. Costs and fees. Be mindful of investment fees. Be mindful of investment expenses, because that approach will help to ride out market volatility. All right, get information about the costs, because investments come at a cost. All right, and that can help you also take advantage of compounding your returns. You may also need to carry out regular review. 6, regular reviews. Regular reviews. Regularly review, regularly rebalance your investment portfolio. Why? Because life changes and market conditions may require necessary adjustments to maintain alignment with your financial goals and alignment with your risk tolerance. Regularly review, regularly rebalance your investment portfolio. That is a key investment consideration. Lastly, professional advice. Seek professional advice. Consider seeking professional advice from financial advisors or from financial planners, especially when dealing with complex investments or when unsure, when you are unsure about the strategies to achieve your goals, that is when to consider professional advice. So these are 7 investment considerations and 4 savings considerations as far as personal financial management is concerned. Saving consideration number 1, establishing an emergency fund, having clearly defined short-term goals. Pay attention to short-term goals because you say that if you don't meet your short-term goals, like going on vacation, like buying a house, if this is not taken into account, then an individual may dip into the long-term savings. Number 3, consider high interest saving accounts. Put your money where interest is higher. Number 4, have automatic savings transfers so that you don't rely on willpower. The first investment consideration is risk tolerance. Consider your risk tolerance. Number 2, diversification. Number 3, consider investment goals. Have clear investment goals. Are you investing for retirement? Are you investing in your education? Are you investing to buy real estate and so on? Have investment goals clearly defined. Do you understand? Yes, you do. Number 4, research and education. Get knowledge about investments. Number 5, consider costs and fees. Costs and fees. Be mindful of investment costs. Be mindful of investment expenses. Number 6, regular reviews. Regularly review your investment portfolio. Regularly rebalance your investment portfolio because there could be changes in the market, there could be changes in life, which may necessitate changes to your investment portfolio. Then lastly, professional advice. When you are not sure about certain things in your investments, then that's the right time to seek professional advice. Consider seeking advice from financial advisors, especially when dealing with complex situations, investment situations. And candidates, remember that both savings and investment play distinct but complementary roles in personal finance. These considerations are distinct but complementary. You cannot invest without saving, and saving without investing is useless. So these two are distinct, but they complement each other. Savings provide liquidity. Savings provide security for short-term needs, while investments offer growth potential for long-term goals. You understand? Your savings will help you meet your short-term goals. Your savings will guarantee liquidity. Savings will allow you to buy short-term or meet your basic current needs. You understand? While investing, when you invest is like planting. When you plant today, you don't harvest today. You harvest in the future. So savings provide liquidity and security for short-term needs. You are secure. You know where you get your food. You know where you get your basic needs. You have that security. But investment now helps you meet your future long-term goals. So balancing these two elements is key to effective personal financial management. the two complement each other. And that's it for today's lesson. I'll stop the lesson by giving you today's assignment on savings and investment considerations. I read question number 1. What factors should individuals consider when determining appropriate levels of emergency savings? And how does having a sufficient emergency fund contribute to overall financial stability? Number 2, in the context of long-term goals, such as buying a home or funding education, how can individuals make informed decisions about investment options to achieve these objectives? Number 3, how does the concept of risk tolerance play a role in shaping an individual's investment strategy? And what are some diversified investment approaches that individuals can consider for long-term financial growth? These are 3 questions. Attempt the questions before attending our next session, where we are going to study personal risk management. Bye-bye.